Hey, it is currently 1:35, August 23rd, 2025. And I really want to experiment with oil paints. The difference between oil paints and acrylics is that oil paints take a lot longer to dry, but they have way better saturation, which is important to me and probably to a lot of the other miniature painters out there. However, I need a knife. I think the reason not heaps of people actually use oil painting in miniature painting is because you kind of have to throw out all conventional rules that you would normally stick to. Because normally with acrylics you would do a light layer and then go over it multiple times to get the saturation you desire. With oils, you're essentially just wet blending directly on the model, because they can take upwards of a day or two to dry fully, especially if you lay it on in really thick layers. Ooh. But right now, for this miniature that I hacked up in a previous video, that's the exact kind of style I want. But the oils that I am using are very cheap. They were like $10 from the warehouse, which is like Walmart for us in New Zealand. So they're not good, but it's a start. So I'm not gonna waste a bunch of money on some good paints, especially if I hate it. Alright, let's get a palette set up. This is the trusty palette. It's an ice cream container lid. Look, I understand if this is where you draw the line and you want to leave. I get it, I really do. So the style I'm going for is really like a poppy, saturated, lots of color slap job. That's the term I'm trying to decide. A good example is people like, I think I've already done. Matt from Totally Not Panicking uses lots of oils, although they're not super as the bright colors I'm going to use today. It's still like the same kind of thing, and I really love it. There'll be a link to his Instagram in the description. Definitely check it out. He's making a new game called Sunra, and I really want to play it at some point. I think I still want to keep it quite menacing, so I think I'll make the bulk of it more warm colors and potentially have the weapon be a colder color, or the other way around. Actually, I think I'm just going to kind of just make it up as we go. I think the less of a plan I have, the more fun I will have. So let's start Viridian Green. Nice dark green. Also, you might be asking why I'm not priming it. Because I just don't care. A primer would be good. Yeah, I try to say a bit. Priming would be good if a model's going to have excessive use, but I'm probably going to use it once in a D&D game, so I'm not too fussed about wear and tear. Plus, I think it kind of adds to the miniature. It gives it a kind of like a narrative, a story. But that's just me. I guess we just kind of get a nice, healthy blob of that going. I'm going to start with a big brush. Now, I've never used oil, so I'm not sure how much to water it down, if I meant to water it down. They seem quite thick, so I'd assume water's necessary. They really smell quite pungent. And I guess we'll just... Right, well, that's that color. Maybe we'll get some, I'm not going to even try pronounce that. Anyway. So far, my plan for now is just to get the miniature covered in color. Doesn't need to be perfect, just needs to be colored in. Then I'll go in and refine the colors better and block out actual bits I want to be different parts. You get the idea. Alright, let's get a bit of this nice red color in. I am kind of nervous because I'm wearing light colored clothing and using really let's just say I need to be careful. If I get someone close, I am done for. The orange readiness mixed with a bunch of other colors, and it's now turned into like a bad brown, which is not cool. At this current point of my hobby life, I'm really enjoying experimenting and trying different things. So if you've got any recommendations of things I should try, whether it's painting, kit bashing, material wise, things I'm going to make, let me know. Alright, so far we're getting into quite a nice, colourful, good point I'm quite happy with. I'll take a quick photo to show you better. But I think I need to introduce a new colour I'm going to use as a metallic. So for the mask and the weapon, I want them to be their own colour, and I think I'll go with a more warm choice. That's looking quite good. I think I'm getting really close to a point that I'm happy with, and I think we can talk about it a little bit. Now, should you use oil paints? Yes and no. I think it's very depending on the project itself, because it's really fun and looks really good, but at the same time, if it's a piece you want in an army and you have a game coming up, I don't think it's worth it, because you have to wait so long for it to dry. You can't guarantee when it will be dry. Plus, it's very versatile, meaning they just mix so easily that 9 times out of 10 you're going to end up with color you didn't expect, or in places you didn't intend, you know? But I also guarantee that this is solely because I'm very new to this. So you can probably use it better than I can, for sure. But I think it's something to think about. In saying that though, good oil paints, not this shit stuff, can be quite pricey. Like, you're looking like $30, $40, close to $50 for the same, volume as I have here. And yes, regular miniature acrylics are also expensive. Especially if you're getting into the hobby, I would recommend putting that money into acrylics for learning capability. But if you're already painting and you want to experiment, I think oils can be a fantastic, very, very fun experiment. And if you find that it resonates with you in the way you like the hobby, that's good. And you should definitely pursue that. I've moved to the couch because conflict reasons. It's very, very comfy. I think ultimately I've got to a point that I'm happy to call it done, or good enough. If I had more time, I'd let it dry into a dry brush, but I've got a game coming up, so I think how it is quite frankly good. I'm happy with it, and that's all that matters. Thank you so much for hanging out. I know this was definitely a bit of a shorter video, but that's okay. I hope. I don't know. You tell me. But yeah, I'll see you soon. See ya.